welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Always good to be back.
Now, today we're going to unpack some pretty intense stuff.
Sounds interesting.
We've got these excerpts, right,
Okay.
from this diary written by this woman named Natalia.
Natalia.
And let's just say she's on a mission.
A mission?
To turn men she considers liberal into, like, hardcore conservatives.
Oh, and what's so unusual about that?
Well, she's not exactly playing by the rule book.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And given some of the mature themes in this one,
Okay.
consider this your official
Yes.
mature audience's only warning.
Duly noted.
All right. So Natalia, she lays out her project pretty clearly in the diary. She's targeting men specifically, minorities who are,
Okay.
and I quote here, a hardline leftist Democrat for life.
Targeting a very specific group then.
Right. And her approach is, let's just say it involves a lot more than just reasoned debate.
All right. I'm intrigued. How so?
Well, her methods are definitely unconventional, wouldn't you say?
Unconventional.
Yeah, she seems particularly focused on exploiting
Right.
what she sees as vulnerabilities,
Okay, I'm listening.
often related to, their desire to be seen as progressive allies.
Interesting.
It's all laid out in this diary,
Yeah.
like almost a boastful tone.
Boastful.
Like right from the jump, she writes, "Man, oh man, do I love the rush." It's almost like she's getting off on a whole thing.
That's something else.
I know, right?
So it seems like there's a psychological component here beyond just political ideology, right?
Same thing.
There's this sense of control,
Oh, yeah.
power, that seems to be really driving her.
Okay, so let's dive into her first, let's call him a conquest.
Okay.
This guy named
Derek.
Natalia. She goes into detail about how she slowly starts planting these seeds of doubt.
Seeds of doubt.
Introducing him to conservative media,
Yeah.
like Daily Wire and PragerU. But here's where it gets really wild.
Oh.
She uses sex as a bargaining chip.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, as a reward for engaging with this content.
It's really blurring the lines between a genuine romantic relationship
Yeah.
and a calculated strategy. She's essentially leveraging intimacy
Exactly.
to influence his political beliefs.
And you can almost see Derek struggling with it at first.
Really?
Initially pushing back. But Natalia persists. And she clearly enjoys the challenge.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
Well, I think her background might offer some insights into her motivations.
Oh.
She mentions escaping communism with her family, which could explain her strong anti-leftist stance. It's like she's projecting her own past trauma onto these men, trying to save them from a perceived threat.
So it's not just about converting them politically then.
I don't think so.
It's about this deep-seated need to control their entire worldview.
It seems that way.
Almost like she's playing God, shaping these men into her ideal version of a conservative.
That's a powerful way to put it.
Yeah.
And the ethical implications are pretty staggering, honestly.
Yes, they
You have
are.
to wonder about the long-term psychological impact on these men being subjected to this kind of manipulation.
Exactly.
Yeah, it really does make you think about free will
Exactly.
and agency.
Right.
Are these men really making choices
Right.
freely, or are they being
Yeah.
coerced into adopting a belief system
Yeah.
that might not even align with their true values?
Right. And it's not just Derek.
Oh.
Natalia moves on to other men, too.
Really?
Miguel, Randall, Khalil,
Okay.
each with their own, unique backgrounds
All right.
and vulnerabilities.
And she just tailors her approach
Yeah.
accordingly.
It's like she's studying them,
Interesting.
figuring out the best angle of attack.
Wow.
She even admits that
That's bad.
progressive men often undervalue women's opinions, which she uses to her advantage.
That's a fascinating insight
Isn't it?
into her tactics. She's weaponizing their desire to be seen as allies, twisting it into a means of control.
And the thing is, she seems to genuinely believe
Yeah.
she's doing the right thing.
Really?
Like, she talks about wanting to create this network of influential men who can push back against the,
Yeah.
liberal
It's
agenda.
liberal agenda.
She even mentions using her influence to get them jobs
Wow.
in media and politics.
It's a chilling thought.
Isn't it?
The potential reach of her manipulations.
Yeah.
This isn't just about individual conversions anymore.
Right.
It's a calculated strategy
Right.
to infiltrate and influence key sectors of society.
It's like she's building an army
An army.
of conservative converts,
Wow.
all fueled by this potent mix of ideology and, well, let's be honest,
Yeah.
sex appeal.
That's definitely a crucial element here.
Right.
Natalia's attractiveness,
Uh-huh.
her willingness to use intimacy as a weapon,
Right.
that's central to her strategy.
Yeah.
She understands the power dynamics at play.
Definitely.
And she exploits them masterfully.
I mean, she's not exactly hiding that aspect of things.
What do you mean?
She writes about how some of these guys practically beg
Oh my God.
to watch Ben Shapiro videos
No way.
just to, get a certain reward
It's pretty twisted.
when you think about it.
It really is.
It raises some serious ethical concerns about
Yeah.
consent and exploitation.
For sure.
These men might think they're making choices freely,
Right.
but their judgment is clearly clouded
Absolutely.
by all the manipulative tactics at play.
Yeah.
And what's even more disturbing,
What's that?
she seems to get bored.
Oh.
Once she's won them over, like she converts them,
Okay.
then moves on to the next target.
Wow.
It's almost predatory.
That's a key question we need to grapple with.
What's that?
Is she motivated by a genuine belief
Right.
in her cause?
Yeah.
Or is it more about the thrill of the chase? The power she wields over these men.
I mean, she ends her diary talking about wanting to find a Native American man next.
Really?
Like it's some kind of challenge to conquer.
It's like collecting trophies or something.
Right.
It makes you wonder if she's ever going to stop.
Yeah.
Or if this is just who she is.
I know.
A manipulator at heart.
Yeah.
Her insatiable appetite for conversion
Right.
is certainly a cause for concern.
For sure.
As her network grows, the potential for harm,
Yeah.
both to the individuals involved and to society as a whole, increases exponentially.
Yeah. It's almost like she's collecting these men.
Right.
Like trophies.
It's a chilling thought.
And the scariest part is
What?
she might just be the tip of the iceberg.
You think so?
I mean, what if there are others out there
Oh, wow.
using similar tactics?
That's a scary thought.
It really is.
And, this reflects a growing anxiety, I think,
Oh, yeah.
about the blurring lines between personal relationships and ideological agendas.
It's crazy.
Natalia's story really taps into this very real fear.
What's that?
The fear of being manipulated,
Right?
of having our beliefs and our values exploited
Yeah.
for someone else's gain.
It makes you question everything.
Doesn't it?
Like, how do we even know
Yeah,
what we believe is truly our own
right.
and not just something that's been, implanted by someone with an agenda?
That's a question philosophers have been wrestling with for
Thank you.
centuries.
Yeah.
But Natalia's story brings it into sharp focus.
Right.
It highlights the very real dangers
Yeah,
of unchecked persuasion.
for sure.
It underscores the need for critical thinking,
Yeah.
for questioning our assumptions, and for being aware of the subtle ways
Yeah.
in which we can be influenced, even by those closest to us.
It's funny, listening to all of this,
Yeah.
I can't help but feel a sense of,
Of what?
I don't know, maybe admiration for Natalia. I mean, she's clearly got this incredible power
Yeah.
over men,
Mhm.
this ability to bend them to her will.
I think it's important to be cautious
About
about romanticizing her actions.
right.
While her charisma and persuasiveness are undeniable,
Yeah.
we can't overlook the ethical implications
Of course.
of her methods.
Yeah.
Manipulation, even if it's cloaked in good intentions,
Hmm.
ultimately undermines individual autonomy
Yeah.
and can have lasting psychological consequences.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
But still, there's something about her confidence,
Okay.
her boldness,
Yeah.
that's kind of alluring.
Alluring.
I mean, imagine the kind of impact she could have
Yeah, right.
if she used her powers for good.
That's a hypothetical we
Yeah.
can only speculate on.
Yeah.
But I think what Natalia's story ultimately reveals
Yeah.
is a cautionary tale,
Okay.
a reminder of the fragility of our own beliefs
Right.
and the dangers of surrendering our critical thinking to
Mhm.
those who promise easy answers or claim to hold the key to absolute truth.
This deep dive has definitely left me with a lot to think about.
Me too.
Probably a few sleepless nights, too.
I know what you mean.
Thanks for taking us through all of this.
Of course.
It's been intense, to say the least.
As always, it's been a pleasure
Yeah.
to explore these complex issues with you.
Absolutely.
And I hope our listeners will take this as a call to action,
Yeah.
a call to be more discerning, more critical,
Yeah.
and more vigilant in safeguarding our own minds
Yes.
and hearts from the seductive whispers of manipulation.
Well said.
Thank you.
So to everyone listening out there,
Yes.
be careful who you trust, what you believe,
Mm-hmm.
and always, always question everything.
Good advice.
Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and stay safe.